What's up everyone, TPCi here, and I am back with another Pokemon Challenge video. Last time, I tried to beat Pokemon Blue with only one Voltorb, and it was very successful. So now, I'm trying to beat Pokemon Crystal with only one Qwilfish. Now taking a look at Qwilfish's moveset, he starts out with Spikes, Tackle, and Poison Sting, which are both pretty nice moves to start out with, but he doesn't get a good attacking move until level 19, which is only Water Gun, which isn't even that good, but it is a stab move. And then I'm still debating whether or not if I should teach him Pin Missile just for type coverage. He gets Hydro Pump at level 46, but luckily the TMs he can learn really saves him. As you can see, he can actually learn a lot of TMs, but most of them are just normal types, but some good moves are Headbutt, Toxic, Blizzard, Sludge Bomb, and he can also learn the H-moves for Surf and Waterfall, which will be two very nice moves to have. So yeah, we're definitely going to need help from these TMs. Here are the rules for this challenge. I'll only be able to use Qwilfish in battle. I'll have to catch other Pokemon for HM use only, but they will not be allowed in combat. I'm not allowed to use any items inside of battle. Only Pokeballs, held items, and items outside of battle are allowed. And finally, I will not be using any glitches or exploits while playing through this challenge. So I begin by calling myself TQ once again because TPCi does not fit in all 7 spaces that Pokemon Crystal gives you. I use the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Totodile with Qwilfish, and I was deciding if I should replace Cyndaquil or Totodile, but in the end I decided that a Meganium would probably be able to hit me harder than a Feraligatr, and I also nicknamed my Qwilfish Subscribe, because if you like my content, consider subscribing. After heading up to Mr. Pokemon's house, it's time to take on our rival, and this battle was extremely easy. Poison Sting just did the trick. And I know it might seem like I made it easy by choosing to replace Totodile, but really I just don't think a Typhlosion or Feraligatr would be able to hit me that hard compared to a Meganium. After proving ourselves worthy at the Sprout Tower, it's time to take on Falkner. And I've always found it weird that Falkner's highest level Pokemon is only level 9, because even for the beginning of the game, it's still very low considering how much trainers he can fight before this gym. And his Pidgey did use Mud Slap, but that's like the weakest ground type move, so it hardly did anything. And we were just able to Poison Sting and tackle our way to victory and get the Zephyr badge. After taking down Falkner, I head down south to take on Bugsy in Azalea Town, and at this point we know Water Gun, and we're almost level 21. I start out with the Spikes just like last time. I didn't really need it though. We get a crit on Metapod. Kakuna, really easy to take out, and let's be honest, they're not much of a problem at all. Then, here comes her Scyther, but I'm not worried about its Fury Cutter because we're part poison and we resist it. As you can see, it hardly does anything. We take it out in 3 shots, getting ourselves the 2nd gym badge, and she gives us Fury Cutter, but I cannot learn that move. Now it's time for a rival battle, and I start out by setting up Spikes, but he immediately withdraws his Ghastly for some reason and goes to Bayleaf, his strongest Pokemon. So I give it 3 Poison Stings, taking it out. And then he goes back to his Ghastly, but it's not that hard to take out now that we have Water Gun. And yeah, 2 Water Guns does it, and then Zubat, let's be honest, that thing is so weak. And yeah, right now our rival, I feel like he could be tough later on, but for now, he's very easy. As I was making my way through the Ilex Forest, I got the TM for Headbutt and replaced it for Swift. And believe it or not, Headbutt's probably my strongest move at this point, even though it's my only non-stab move, because Poison Sting and Water Gun, even though they're stab, Poison Sting is just an overall weak move, and Water Gun is a special attacking move, and Qwilfish is a better physical attacker, so Headbutt's going to be the main move for now. On to the famous Whitney battle, but to be honest, this is probably one of the easier battles I've had with her, even though I'm using a Qwilfish. Her Clefairy goes down in 2 shots really easily. I didn't even bother setting up Spikes, and now comes out her Miltank. I use a Headbutt, which only doesn't even do a third of her health, but she gets a critical stomp. But I get a critical hit right back. My boy Subscribe just took down Miltank with no problem. I was pretty lucky with that critical hit because Stomp was dealing out a lot of damage, but it's all good. Time to take on our rival in the Burnt Tower, but before this I went and took down all the Kimono girls to get Surf on my Qwilfish, and let me just say it was a near one-shot sweep with Surf. His Haunter is no problem, Magnemite no problem, Zubat obviously no problem. However, his Bayleaf did actually take a Headbutt, but I finished it off with Poison Sting because it flinched. And yeah, once again, another very easy rival battle. Morty time, and I'm hoping that it's a sweep with Surf, however, that's not how it went. His Ghastly and Haunter go down with 1 Surf very easily, but his Gengar actually managed to live one, and you know, from there on, he put me to sleep, went with Dream Eater, which I didn't even know was a Psychic type move because it's super effective on me. So yeah, I just couldn't wake up, and that was it. That's my first loss in a Pokemon challenge. I was just sort of stunned, so I decided to get up a few more levels and try again. I got subscribe up to level 35 and tried again. Just like last time, his Ghastly Haunter went down with one Surf, and on my second try at level 35, his Haunter missed Hypnosis, and we were able to take it out with Gengar. I guess it was just, you know, a little bit of luck that I needed. His last Haunter was no problem. But, you know, it's nice to see that I'm not unstoppable with Qwilfish, and it does make me a little worried for when I have to go up against the Psychic type Elite Four member. But, you know, it also makes me a bit excited, too. After making the long trip to Cianwood City, it's time to take on Chuck. And I'm glad that this was a much easier battle. I needed to, you know, relax a bit after that Morty fight. So his Primeape goes down with one Surf, and his Poliwrath I just used 2 Headbutts on. And really, his 2 fighting types just couldn't stand a chance against my boy Subscribe. Now it's time to take on Jasmine, the 6th gym leader. And we just completely mopped the floor with her team with 3 Surfs. I mean, I don't know what to say. Her 2 Magnemites can't stand a chance. Even her Steelix, a tanky Pokemon, couldn't stand a chance either. I mean, when you see a Qwilfish one-shot a Steelix, I was hoping maybe Qwilfish could learn Iron Tail, but, you know, I guess not, which sort of stinks, but it's okay because we're chilling. We're just riding the waves with Surf right now. After dealing with Team Rocket, it's time to take on Price, and he was no challenge at all. Literally, I took down his Seal with 1 headbutt. His Dugong actually did live a headbutt and tried to headbutt me right back, where I was like, bruh, it barely did any damage. It was just funny. And then his final Pokemon, Piloswine, since it's a part ground type, it went down with 1 Surf very easily. Now 7 down, 1 to go. Rival time in the radio tower, but once again, he was another pushover. I basically just Surf sweeped his team. Besides his Meganium now, it wasn't too much of a problem. It did lower my health a bit, almost to half, but Poison Sting did the job. I went for Headbutt though on a Sneasel just because Sneasel has awful physical defense. And yeah, not too hard. I think we'll be fine on the rival throughout this game. He doesn't seem like a challenge at all. Now it's time to fight the guy who tried to bring Team Rocket back thinking he was cool, but no, Archie, I'm not even sure if this battle was really worth showing. He had such a weak team for being this Rocket executive. Houndour being weak to Surf goes down easily, coughing, no problem. Houndoom, ooh, such a scary Pokemon. No, goes down to 1 Surf. And we finish off Team Rocket once and for all. Time for the 8th and final gym leader, Claire. And let's just say this was my first attempt. Her first Dragonair paralyzes me, but it goes down without much of a problem. It uses a weak Dragon Breath. But her second Dragonair actually knows Thunderbolt, which is super effective. And I get fully paralyzed a lot in this battle. And she ends up actually taking me down. And I didn't even get to her best Pokemon yet. But I felt like with just a little bit more luck that I could beat her. Second go at Claire now, and it starts out much better. I flinch her Dragonair on the first headbutt so it doesn't get a chance to paralyze me. Her second Dragonair does paralyze me and gets a Thunderbolt off, but I'm still way above half health. I don't really know what happened with the emulator on this next Dragonair. Just, you know, we took it out with the headbutt. It sort of lagged a bit. She wastes a turn using a Hyper Potion on her Kingdra, breaks me down to 25 health with a Hyper Beam, but I take out the Kingdra with the headbutt. It was a very close battle, probably the closest battle up to this point. But yeah, we defeat her, and now we're on to the Elite Four. Before going back to the Elite Four, though, I head back to the gate north of Mahogany Town to get the TM for Sludge Bomb. And I know I should have done this as soon as I defeated Team Rocket. I probably wouldn't have lost to Claire that first time. But all that matters now is that we have the TM, a very powerful Poison-type move that will actually be a lot more useful than Poison Sting. And now we have 2 pretty powerful moves, so we should be set. Right at the exit of Victory Road, though, we have to fight our rival one more time. And this time, he was a clean one-shot sweep. We surfed everything besides his Meganium, which now can't even touch us since I have Sludge Bomb. Just another very easy battle, and I'm feeling good going into the Elite Four. Sitting in the low 60s when Lance's highest level Pokemon is only level 50. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Hopefully I can just win it in my first try. First up is Will, the Psychic type user, but lucky for me, he's also the lowest level member, which was very nice. I surfed his first Xatu. His Jinx actually lives a surf. I guess it has pretty good special defense, but its moves are not good at all. Slowbro, I use a Sludge Bomb on. It wastes its turn raising its special defense. Second Zatu goes down the same way as the first one, and Executor, being part grass type, goes down easily with a Sludge Bomb, and we have taken down the first Elite Four member. Next up is Koga, and you think since he's the Poison type master that he wouldn't have any Psychic type moves. His Ariados goes down with one Surf, but his Venomoth hits a critical Psychic, taking me down to around half health. I finish it off from there. Luckily he didn't heal it. His Fortress, I probably needed the critical hit on it because of its defenses. And then after that, his team just used like stat boosting moves and everything, which were no use for him. And it was a pretty easy battle the rest of the way. And now 2 down, 3 to go. The third Elite Four member is the big boy Bruno. And he was pretty easy. Surf did not take out his Hitmontop. He went for Dig, but since it's not a stab move, it didn't do much damage at all. I Sludge Bomb his Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, and then his Onix, being 4 times weak to Surf, goes down pretty easily. His Machamp, however, actually does live a Sludge Bomb, but wastes his turn identifying me. He uses Max Potion, but it's too late for Bruno at that point, and we defeat him. Last up is Karen, the Dark type user, and you could say she was the easiest member. Her Umbreon takes a Sludge Bomb, but we poison her and it doesn't do much. Next up, her Vileplume goes down with one Sludge Bomb. Then her Gengar comes out. I take it out with one Surf. Then next is her Murkrow, being a weak Pokemon, probably her weakest one, goes down with one Surf. And of course, Houndoom, weak to water. So Surf takes it down in one hit. And all that's left is Lance the champion. Last up is of course Lance, the only person that stands between me and becoming the Johto region champion with only one Qwilfish. First up is his Gyarados. He lives a Sludge Bomb but doesn't do too much damage. Next up is his Dragonite that actually paralyzes me first and then hits a super effective Thunder, already bringing me down to half health. Next up is second Dragonite, hits 2 Blizzards which aren't very effective, but then out of the blue he comes out with a Hyper Beam killing me, like come on. But I wasn't giving up yet. I knew that I just needed a bit more luck. 5 attempts later, and I get a run where I critical hit his third Dragonite. Next up is his Charizard, goes down with one Surf after hitting me with 2 Flamethrowers, so I'm pretty low still. Last up, Aerodactyl, he hits a Rock Slide, but luckily I do not get fully paralyzed, taking out Lance finally. That took me a while, but just the insane amount of luck that had to go into that battle. I got paralyzed, but the first Dragonite missed a Thunder. The second Dragonite didn't use Hyper Beam and went for Twister. And then his third Dragonite missed an Outrage, and I hit him with a critical Sludge Bomb. That was just insane, and I can't believe I beat him. Like, I literally thought I was going to have to go back and train up a bit more, grind a bit more. But we finally defeat him. Took me 6 tries, but it's all good. But that is not where the challenge ends. Of course, if you don't know, you can go to the Kanto region in these games and fight the secret final boss, Red, who has much higher level Pokemon. But since the Kanto region is extremely underleveled in these games, I'm only going to show 2 battles because they're probably the 2 toughest ones in the Kanto region. So let's go. And that first battle is against Blue, the 8th gym leader in the Kanto region. But by this point, after going through the Kanto region, I'm level 84, and it was a clean one-shot sweep throughout his whole team. He was just a complete pushover, but I'm not expecting that against Red, because Red has Pokemon that are almost 30 levels higher than Blue, so, you know, we'll see how Red goes. But yeah, Blue, a super easy battle. I had no problems with him whatsoever. And now it's time to take on the final person in Pokemon Crystal, and that is, of course, Red, with high-level Pokemon. But he was extremely easy, I'm not even gonna lie. His Pikachu and Espeon, the Pokemon I was most worried about was Espeon. They both go down with one Sludge Bomb. His Snorlax takes a Surf, so then I go to Sludge Bomb because he raises his special defense, because Sludge Bomb is actually a physical attacking move in this game. Venusaur wastes his turn by using Sunny Day. Blastoise goes down with one Sludge Bomb with a critical hit. His Charizard goes down with 2 Surfs, and I defeat Red. I don't know why that was so easy. So going back to my original question, is it possible to beat Pokemon Crystal with only one Qwilfish? Of course it is. You guys just saw me do it. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe. It's the best way to let me know that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll keep on making these challenge videos. I already have my next one planned, but I do want to go ahead and give you guys a heads up. It will most likely take longer than these first 2 challenges did. I'm gonna go and say at least a week and a half to 2 weeks to make it. I'm not sure, depends on how much time I have, but you know, that's at least a week and a half, somewhere around there. But I will try and get it done and out to you guys as quickly as I can. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.